see this question. From a pair of linear equation in two variable. Okay, from a pair of linear equations in two variable using the following information and solve it graphically. Okay, 5 years ago. So first, what you have to do, you have to form a equation set. Okay, so it is given 5 years ago. Sagar was twice as old as Piru. Okay, so first of all, we have to here two things are not known. Okay, that is Sagar's age and Taru's age. Okay, because the comparison is done in Sagar and Taru's age. Okay, so the equation will be formed with the help of the ages. Okay, so what we can assume, any one of the ages you can assume as x and the another as y. Okay, so I am assuming let Sagar age be x. Okay, and Piru age be equal to y. Okay, so Sagar age is x, I am assuming, and Piru's age I am assuming is y. So now you read this line. 5 years ago, Sagar was twice as old as Thiru. Okay, so 5 years ago. So what will 5 years ago? What will be the age of Sagar? 5 years ago, Sagar age will be x. 5 years ago, na? So x minus 5. Okay, and 5 years ago, Thiru age will also be y minus 5. Okay. Now the comparison is Sagar was twice as old as Thiru 5 years ago. Okay. So Sagar age will be equal to 2 times the age of Thiru. So Sagar age 5 years ago is x minus 5 is equal to 2y minus 5. So this is your first equation. Okay, you can just expand it a little bit. 2y minus 10, or you can bring it on one side only. It is minus 10, so it will be minus 5. Okay, this is your first equation. Okay, this is your first equation. Now let's solve for second equation. Okay, now 10 years later, 10 years later, Sagar's age will be 10 years more than Thiru's age. Okay, now this time 10 times more. Okay, so what is it? 10 years later. 10 years later, what will be the age of your Sagar? 10 years later, Sagar's age will be equal to 10 plus x. Thiru age will be equal to y plus 10. Now the equation is what? 10 years later, Sagar's age will be 10 years more than Thiru's age. Okay, so Sagar's age will be 10 more. So y plus 10 plus 10 it will be. Okay, now if you solve the equation, the 10 plus x is equal to y plus 10, y plus 20 it will be. Okay, x minus y is equal to 10. Okay, this is your second equation. Okay, so if you draw the, what we have to do, we have to plot the points. Okay, we have to find the points of both the graph. Okay, so now I am writing for first one. If you see in respect of y, if you we are going to find, so it will be y is equal to 5 plus x by 2. Okay, and here it will be y is equal to x minus 10. Okay, now we are going to plot the points. Okay, now first I am writing for y is equal to, what is this one? X 5 plus x by 2. Okay, so if you put x, what is the value of y? If I'm going to put x value as 5, so it will be 5. Okay, and if I put the value of my x as minus 5, it will be 0. When you are putting the value, just be careful that you don't get in points. Okay, now the second one is y is equal to x minus 10. Okay, if you are going to put the value of x here as 5, you will get it as minus 5. Okay, and if you are going to put the value of x as 10, so you will get as 0. Okay, so what are the points here? Here the points are a as 5, 5, b as minus 5, 0. Okay, and here the points are, if you will mark it as c. Okay, I'm writing as c, 5, minus 5, and d 10, 0. Okay, now you have to plot both the points on the graph paper. Okay, and then you will find the solution. Okay, when you are going to extend the graph, then you'll find the solution. Okay, let us plot the point. Okay, here. Now you can see the values are here 0, 5, 10. So I'm taking in the gap of 5, 10, 15, 20, and this is x. This is x dash, y dash. Okay. Now the first point is what? 5, 5. The a is 5, 5. 5, 5. This is your a. Okay. Now the next point is what? Minus 5, 0. Minus 5, minus 5, 0. This will be the point B. Okay. Now if you will draw the line, okay, I'm drawing a line. Okay, so this is your first graph. Okay, now second I'm drawing with another color, blue color, so you won't get confused. Okay, now the second one is 5 comma minus 5 and 10 comma 0. 5 comma minus 5. 5 comma minus 5. This is your point C, and 10 comma 0. Okay. So 10 comma 0. This will be the point. This will be E, D. Okay. Now if I want to. Okay. Now if you will compare both the graphs where they are meeting, so you will find that this point will be meeting somewhere here. Okay. So this point is actually 25 comma 15. Okay. If you will mark it here, you see this time I am trying to make it with. Okay. So it is 25 comma 15. Okay. Any doubt? Safia, Rudronian? Okay. So when I extended the graph, then you'll find in the graph paper only that it is meeting both the lines are meeting at 25 comma 15. So this is the solution for your graph. Okay. That what x will be value, the x value will be 25 and y value will be 15. Okay. X comma y. Okay. So what will be the age of Sagar? We have assumed x as Sagar's age. We have assumed x as Sagar's age. The Sagar's age will be 25, and we have assumed y for Tiru age. So y will be 15. Okay, got it? So let's see. Okay, now before this nature of okay, for this equation, I'm just trying to means we'll just form the equation, because the main thing is that from the statement how to form the equation, and after that, I think you can find the values. Okay. And then you can plot the graph also. Anybody, Rudronian and Safia, are you facing any issue how to find the points and plot it on the graph?
No, ma'am.
Okay, so I'm just going to make the equations here. Okay, whenever you are finding the points, first make y as a dependent variable. Means y should depend on x. Okay, that's why I'm writing y is equal to whatever. I'll take y on the LHS side and everything on the RHS side. Okay, for both the equation. Okay. Then you put the value of x, okay, which is independent variable. We choose any value of x, and for that value of x, we find the corresponding value of y. Okay, for 2 to 3 values, just try to find the points, 3 points, and then plot it on your graph paper. Okay, and yeah, whenever you are plotting on the graph paper, see, your graph paper is a limited paper. Okay, when you are having smaller values, okay, then only take 1 unit as a 1 unit. Okay, 1 block as a 1 unit. Okay, but if you are having bigger values like the previous graph, okay, I was having 5, 10. Okay, if I would have started 1 block as 1 unit, the graph would be too long. Okay, I just have to plot 5 and 10. So I have taken one block as 5 unit. Okay, so it depends what are your wild values according. If you are having like in this graph, okay, you can see it is multiple of 2. Okay, so you can take one block as 2 unit. Okay, fine. In that way also you can do it. Okay, here it is taken 0, 1, 2, 3, 4 only, but you can take 0, 2, 4, 6 like this. Okay, and if you are taking 2 units, so like this, you are having 1 comma 0 point. So for 1, you will mark it as the between 1. Okay, 0 और 2 के बीच में जो mid point होगा ना, वो आपका point हो जाएगा. Okay, now let's see the question and form the equation. See, Champa went to a sale to purchase some pants and skirts. Okay, this question is having. No, this was not that question. Okay. Champa went to a sale to purchase some pants and skirts. Okay. So she went for a sale and she purchased pants and skirts. Okay. Now, it means your equation, 2 variables should be there, pants and skirt, and with respect price or what, let's see. When her friends asked her how many of each she had bought, she answered, the number of skirts is 2 less than twice the number of pants. Okay. So now let us assume that the number of pants that Champa bought is X and the number of skirts she bought as Y. Okay, so X is your pants and Y is assembling as skirts. Okay, so these are the 2 variables we have got. Okay, so number of skirts is, now you see here, the number of skirt is 2 less than twice the number of pants purchased. Okay, so number of skirts means Y will be equal to 2 less than twice the number of pants. 2 less than the twice means 2 into Y. Okay, sorry, 2 into X, because pants we have taken as X. Okay, so it will be Y is equal to 2X minus 2, because it is written 2 less than. Okay, so 2X minus 2, this will be your first equation. And then another, also the number of skirt is 4 less than. Okay, now again the number of skirts, which is Y, we have assumed. So Y is 4 less than, minus 4 from, then 4 times the number of pants. So 4x minus 4. So these are the 2 equations that are formed. Okay. Now you have to solve both the equation. You are going to take y is equal to, for first one, both equation are formed in as a dependent variable of y. So you need not to change, and you just have to find the points. Okay. And then on plotting the graph, what we see, the graph are intersecting at 1, 0. 1 comma 0 means what? The x value is 1, x is 1, and y is equal to 0. I'll not write here, it will be confusing. Okay, x is equal to 1 and y is equal to 0. Means she has not bought any skirt. Okay, she has bought only one pant. Okay, now I was telling about this nature of lines and consistency. Okay, what is the nature of line? Okay, now by seeing the graph, how can you tell both the graph both the lines are going to meet at one point, has a unique solution, or has a they both are having no solution, or they are having infinite solution? Okay, you can do it with the help of consistent. Okay, first of all, let's see the two equations. Okay, whenever we write a linear equation two variable, it is of the form ax plus by plus c is equal to 0. This is the equation form. Okay, now when we are having two variables, two equations, so what we are going to do, we are shit, just a minute. Okay, till then it is getting charged just for 2-3 minutes. Okay, I'll explain you here. Okay, so the two equations can be written as a1x, just for avoiding the confusion. Okay, that for variables I'm using a1, and for the another equation I'm using a2. Okay, so a1x plus b1y plus c1 is equal to 0. This is your first linear equation in two variable. Now the second one is a2x plus b2y plus c2 is equal to 0. Okay, now how to compare and tell that the equation will be having what type of a solution? Okay, now here you can see a chart. Okay, so you are going to compare the coefficients. Okay, write all the coefficient value, means what is the coefficient of x, a1, value of a1, b1, c1, a2, b2, c2. Okay, so first we are going to take the ratio of a1 by a2 is equal to b1 by b2. We'll compare the ratio. Okay, if a1 by a2 is not equal to b1 by b2, उसके बाद आपको c1 c2 compare नहीं करना है. Okay, if a1 by a2 is not equal to b1 by b2, that means the equation, the both equation will have a unique solution. It will intersect at a single point. Okay, and this type of equations, this type of system is called consistent. Okay, consistent. So if in a question it is written that the two equations are consistent, find the value of k. Okay, maybe this type of question. And what is this k? I'm saying आपके दोनों इक्वेशन में जैसे a1x plus b1y plus c1 is equal to 0 है ना, कोई एक वैल्यू मिसिंग हो सकती है. For example, b1 is written as k, a1 and all the rest of the variable value is given. So how can you find it? Okay, if it is given, it is a consistent. The equation and the system of the equation is consistent or has a unique solution. Then you are going to compare the coefficient a1 by a2 not equal to b1 by b2 and find that value of k. Okay, similarly, if it is written how to come, this was for unique solution. Now if a1 by a2 is equal to b1 by b2, अगर a1 by a2 का ratio equal to b1 by b2, then again you will be having two, if you are comparing c1 by c2, either the two will be equal to c1 by c2 or not equal. So let's see the first one. Okay, if it is equal to c1 by c2, then they are coincidence line. That means overlapping line, एक के ऊपर एक, infinite many solution. Okay, so this type of equations are also called consistent, but they are dependent. Okay, consistent, dependent. Okay, now a1 by a2 equal to b1 by b2 is not equal to c1 by c2. If it is not equal to c1 by,
what does dependent mean here?
Consistent but dependent. Okay, they both will be dependent on each other. The two equations will be dependent. Okay, they are having infinite. See, both the lines will be coinciding. Okay, Safia. So they'll be having infinite solution. Okay, कोई exact value आपकी, every value of x will be having a value. Okay, so they are dependent on each other. Okay, now a1 by a2 is equal to b1 by b2 is not equal to c1 by c2. The third case. Okay, so then the lines will be parallel. They are not having any solution, no solution. Okay, and this type of the system is called inconsistent. Okay, so this will be called inconsistent. Let me see what is the charge. Okay, a1x plus b1y plus c1 is equal to 0, and a2x plus b2y plus c2 is equal to 0. So first one will be, if you compare, a1 by a2 is not equal to b1 by b2, so it will be having unique solution and you will call consistent. Okay, now second one, a1 by a2 is equal to b1 by b2. If all the three ratios will be equal, then what will happen? Coincident lines, infinite many solution, and dependent. Okay, and the third one is a1 by a2 is equal to b1 by b2 is not equal to c1 by c2. So it will be parallel lines, and this will be intersecting lines. A unique solution will be intersecting line, parallel lines, no solution. Any doubt in these three? Okay, because the questions now we will have 2-3 questions on basis of the nature of lines. Okay, now If you see the question number 11, okay. Now, first one, I'll just copy. Okay. Now, for the first one, the question is that you have to compare the values of the coefficient and find out the linear equation are intersecting at a point or a parallel or a coincident. Okay. Coincide. Okay. Sorry. So let's see. Okay. For first one, A1 is equal to 3 and A2 is equal to 7. B1 is equal to -5. B2 is equal to 6. C1 is equal to 8 and C2 is equal to -9. Okay. Yeah. So if I'm going to write A1 by A2, so it will be 3 by 7 and B1 by B2, it will be -5 by 6. So here only you can see that A1 by A2 is not equal to B1 by B2. So we don't need to go for C1 and C2. Okay. A1 by A2 is not equal to B1 by B2. So what type of it is? Unique solution. And it is asking you about the line. So it is intersecting lines. Okay. These types we can come in 1 marks only. Okay. If it is asking you just to compare and tell. Okay. Now second one also, if you see here, I'm just directly writing A1 by A2 is equal to 4 by 12. So it is 1 by 3. And B1 by B2 is equal to, what is B1 by B2? 3 by 9. 3 by 9, it will be again 1 by 3. So you can see A1 by A2 is equal to B1 by B2. Now we have to check for C1 by C2. So it will be -7 by C. Here it is written equal to 21. Okay, so don't just directly write it here like that. So you have to write it 12x plus 9. Make the equation in the standard form and then compare. Okay, -21 and then you have to compare. Okay, so -7 by -21, -7 by -21. Again, you got 1 by 3. So what we got, A1 by A2 is equal to B1 by B2 is equal to C1 by C2. So the lines will be what? Coinciding. Okay. Similarly, you can do the third one. Okay. Safia, can you tell me the third one will be what? Which type of line it will be by comparing? Yeah, Safia. Safia?
Yes.
Yeah, you may tell that the third one. X minus 2y plus 5 is equal to 0. 8y minus 4x plus 20 is equal to 0. So it will be a coincident line or an intersecting line or a parallel line. What type of line it will be?
It will be a parallel line.
Okay, yeah, it will be parallel line because A1 by A2 is equal to B1 by B2 is not equal to C1 by C2. Okay, so let's see other questions. Okay, now this type of question can also come if an exam. Okay, now what is, okay, if the lines given by 2x plus ky is equal to 1 and 3x minus 5y is equal to 7 has unique solution. Now both is the equation is given and it is saying that they are having unique solution. Unique solution means A1 by A2 is not equal to B1 by B2. Then find the value of k. Now you have to find the value of k. Now if you will check the value, so it will be A1 is equal to 2, B1 is equal to k, and C1 is equal to -1. Okay, you will have to change the equation as 2 ay minus 1 is equal to 0, and the second one also 3x minus 5y minus 7 is equal to 0. Okay, now A2 is equal to 3, B2 is equal to -5, and C2 is equal to -7. Okay, now since it is unique solution, so A1 will not be equal to B1 by B2. Okay, so 2 by 3 is not equal to k by -5. Okay, so k will not be equal to -10 by 3. Okay, so k value can be k can have any value but not -10 by 3. Leaving 10 minus 3, k can have any value. Okay, understood? Any doubt in this? Okay, find the value of k for which the system of equation has no solution. No solution means what? No solution means A1 by A2 is equal to B1 by B2 is not equal to C1 by C2. Okay, so let's see. Let me copy first. So for no solution, what is the condition? That is A1 by A2 is equal to B1 by B2 is not equal to C1 by C2. So if you are going to compare the values and write down, so it will be k upon 6 is equal to, okay, so k upon 6 is equal to -5 upon 2. 2 is not equal to -2 upon -7. Okay, so you can compare the first two. Okay, you can compare the first two to get the value of k. Okay, so you can directly write -5 multiplied by 6 upon 2 should give you -15. K value will be what? -15. Okay, if you're having two unknowns, so you can compare any of the two and find the value, okay, of k. For what value of k will the following pair of linear equation have infinitely many solution? Okay, now again we are going to copy. Okay, now what's written here? For what value of k will the following pair of linear equation have infinitely many solution? For infinitely many solution, what is the condition? Infinitely many solution means what? That their line will be coincident. So a1 by a2 will be equal to b1 by b2. My screen share will stop. Wait a minute. Let us use that. Okay. For infinitely many solution, a1 by a2 is equal to b1 by b2 is equal to c1 by c2. Now, how can you write? You just have to compare the equations. Okay. So a1 value will be equal to 2, b1 value is equal to 3, and c1 is equal to minus 4. a2 will be k plus 2. Okay. And b1 will be 6, and c1 will be 3k minus 3k plus 2. Okay. Now, if you're going to write everything in the equation, so what it will be? 2 upon k plus 2 is equal to b1, that is 3 by 6 is equal to minus 4 upon minus 3k minus 2. Okay. Okay. Now you can compare any of the two and find the value. Okay. Or this one. Fine. Now I'm going to compare the value and find out, that is 2 plus 2 by 3 by 6, which implies that 6k will be 6 by 3, 2. Okay. K will be 2. And if you are going to compare the other part, that is 3 by 6 is equal to minus 4 by, the value of k will be same from both. If you are comparing any of them, you can choose any one and compare. Okay, you don't have to do for both. Okay, so it will be minus, so k value will be equal to c. Okay, we are having same value of k. Okay, so any of the two you can compare, you can choose and compare whichever you find easy and get the value of k. Okay, any doubt in this section? Okay, Safi and Rudrania, both of you just do this question and tell me the answer. Both of you do the question and tell me the answer. For what value of p will the following system of linear equation represent parallel lines? Okay, you can message in the meet. Okay, I want the value of p from both of you, Safi and Rudrania. I'm giving you 4 minutes. Okay, you just have to compare and find the value of p. What will be the condition for parallel lines? Safi, can you tell me what will be the condition of parallel lines?
Ma'am, A1 by A2 is equal to B1 by B2 is equal to C1 by C2.
No, for parallel line, it will C1 by C2 not equal to C1 by C2. Okay, A1 by A2 is not equal to B1 by B2 is not equal to C1 by C2. Okay, for parallel lines. Okay, you just see here. Thank you. See, for parallel lines, A1 by A2 is equal to B1 by B2 not equal to C1 by C2. Okay, so now do this question, both of you, and then you can message me in the same Google Meet. I'll write the condition here. Okay. So a1 by a2, if I'm right, first make the equation as x plus by minus 1 is equal to 0 and px minus y minus 1 is equal to 0. So a1 will be minus 1 by p is equal to p by minus 1 equal to minus 1 by minus 1. Sorry, not equal to minus 1. Minus 1 by p is equal to p by minus 1. If we will compare, so it will be p square is equal to 1. So a will be plus minus. Have you got the answer, everybody? Value will be plus minus 1. Okay, because we have find the root 1. Any doubt? Rudronius, have you got the answer?
Yes, ma'am.
Shall we move to the algebraic method? Now, till now we have done the graphical method. Okay, we have graphically solved the equations. Okay, now graphical method is not always you can say accurate, because it's accurate, but many times you'll get values in points. Okay, 5 by 2, 9 by 3. So how can you just find the value? Okay, at that situation. Okay, so we generally switch for algebraic method. Now in through algebraic method, you have 3 ways. Okay, to solve the equation. The 3 ways are substitution method. Okay, substitution, elimination method, and cross multiplication method. Okay, what are the 3 ways? Substitution, elimination, and cross multiplication method. Okay, now substitution means you are going to substitute the value. Okay, any of the variable, you are having 2 equation, किसी एक इक्वेशन से x की वैल्यू या y के वैल्यू में इक्वेशन को जैसे y dependent, y as a dependent variable, and find the value of y from any one of the equation and then substitute that value of y in the other equation. Okay, so you will get the equation in only one variable. Okay, and then you can solve it for that variable and then get the value of second one also. Okay, this is the substitution method. Okay, understood? Now the cross elimination method. Elimination, we are going to eliminate the value, but let's see first the substitution method. Okay, and then we are going to do for elimination method and cross multiplication method. Okay, now First, the substitution method. Okay, I'll just give you a simple intro of what is the substitution method and one sum, and then I will elaborate it in the next class. Okay, so substitution method. In this method, value of one variable can be found out in terms of other variable. Okay, from one of the given equation, and this value is substituted to the other equation. Okay, then we get the equation in one variable which can be solved easily. Now let's see by solving one question. Okay, now this is your question.